All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Daily Dimensions podcast. As always, I am your host, Smitty, back with another one, man. And today I am joined by my good friend and entrepreneur, Kev Combs, man. Kev, welcome to the show, man.
Bow.
Wow, okay.
Drake's album was great. I don't care what anyone says.
You know what? We could debate on that.
We will all have our own opinions. Once you get there, they already there. Catch up.
We was debating this earlier in the pre-interview, and I'm like, nah, it's not for me. I can't do it.
It's not for everybody, and that's cool.
And it's not for most people because it's just not. It's not
fine.
it. But
that's fine. I liked it.
Bringing it back. So we introduced you as entrepreneur, and I was struggling with the title. I had to ask you. I said, how do you want to be introduced? You said entrepreneur because you wear so many different hats.
Yeah.
How important is it to you, jumping straight into it, to be acknowledged as an entrepreneur versus, I'm a cameraman versus, I'm a business owner versus, whatever else you may be doing? Why is that so important to you?
Because in all honesty, I don't like to be labeled like, don't put me in a box.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to try everything. I'd rather fail and be like, at least I tried it. You know? Mm-hmm. I'd rather go through and be like, I'm good at this or I'm not good at this. Like I went jet skiing in Miami. I didn't know I could jet ski.
It was just natural talent.
I'm nasty at it.
You're funny.
All he did was show me how to make it go, make it stop. I'm doing tricks on the goddamn jet ski. I was laying down. I'm going crazy.
All right. So I'm glad that you point that out because a lot of people will do a lot of different things. Mm-hmm. And sell themselves short on who they really are.
Yeah.
And how you introduce yourself, how you come across, who you show yourself to be is so important because people will try and lower your value based off of what you say.
They definitely will.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're a person that we was trying to set up this interview for some time.
Yeah.
And I wanted to bring you on mostly because you're a person of value. So for those who don't know, right, known Kev for some years. And we met, actually, we was talking about it earlier, at a Chestnut house party.
Yeah,
Western days. A lot of people don't even remember you went to Western.
I went to Western for the first year of college because I didn't want to be here. I was still in Connecticut, but I didn't want to be in Bridgeport.
Yeah.
And originally, I was gonna go to Sacred Heart, and they were gonna give me a scholarship to go to Sacred Heart, but their scholarship was ass. I'm sorry, their scholarship was very bad. I had great grades. I left high school with a 3.7 or a 3.8.
Yeah. So pretty much straight A's, just about.
Damn near. And I left and I went to do the open house. I went there, sat down, everything.
Yeah.
Almost went through the whole process. And then they was trying to give me I think it was $5,000 on my scholarship. I said, bro, what?
Nah, at a private school where it's $30,000 a year, $40,000 a year, something crazy like that. What?
5 bands? No, I'm straight. I'm straight.
So 5 bands not even getting me food.
It's not even a meal plan.
Nah.
Not at Sacred Heart, bro.
Nah.
So I was like, yeah, I'm good. Ended up doing the application for Western. And I was just like, if I get in, I get in. Get in. And I start going to Western. I made a little name for myself at Western. And a lot of people was rocking with me at Western too. I hung out with the basketball players, hung out with the football players. My roommates were all athletes. I was playing lacrosse for the first half of my Western my freshman year.
I forgot you was a lacrosse player.
What, bro? I played in high
school. You did a lot of different things.
In high
you
school,
definitely did a lot of different things.
I played basketball because I went to Bridgeport International Academy. Everybody don't know where that is. That's right next to UB.
Never heard of it.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it's an art school. I played soccer for school. I played basketball, and then I played lacrosse for Bridgeport. And I was gonna try to play lacrosse for Central, but I ended up just staying in the youth league that I was in because I was like, I like this team. I don't really have to sit down and be a part of a school.
Was that the same league with Coach Don?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Coach Don got mad at
Coach Don be around, bro.
Yo, you want to hear something crazy? So I remember I was 16, 17, somewhere around there, and I was playing lacrosse in Coach Don's league, and when I got to a point where I started working, I stopped being able to go to games and practice because I was working on the weekends. I go to school during the week. I'm working on the weekends. I couldn't keep going to the lacrosse games all the time.
Yeah.
So every time I went to games, he was happy. I remember I got a call from Coach Don, and Coach Don was cussing me out because I wasn't at the game. And I was like, I told you, coach, I had to go to work.
I can't make it.
I had to go to work. And he was pissed. The next game I went to, bro, I ran laps.
The whole time?
Suicides. Bro, after the game, we won the game. I still had to go run.
Hey, it'd be like that,
It'd
man.
be like that, but
that's what happens when you getting coach hard. But so the beginning of our relationship, you know, as we were saying, WestCon days, a lot of different things happening. This is when you're making music, but this is also when we both find ourselves integrating in the RMF.
Yeah.
And one thing I want to like give you your flowers for, everyone who I bring on the show, I try to give them their flowers, is your level of work ethic, especially within that organization, was like unmatched at a point.
Yeah.
And it was to the point where every morning me and you was on the phone.
Yeah.
At like 7 a.m, 8 a.m, getting business done, making different things happen.
Yep.
And to be at that age with that level of work ethic, not everybody has that. That's something that you can't really teach. You can't teach somebody to try hard. You either have it or you don't.
I'm a natural born hustler.
Yeah. So I was going to ask you, you know, where does that come from, and why is it so important for you to continue to put your best foot forward in everything that you do? Because there's a lot of people, especially you being someone who does so many things, a lot of people do a bunch of things and they're extremely average at all of it. But you've done a bunch of different things and you're extremely good at all of it. So where does that come from for you?
I don't like, everybody joke around and be like, I got crackhead energy. Like it's a real thing.
That's a different type of energy.
It's a real thing. Like you can ask Pat. I used to go to when I was recording videos, I used to go to the shows or go to the event. An hour later, the recap is
video
done.
out.
Everything's done. Like I don't know what it is, but that's just how I am. Like I've been like that since I was a kid. I remember when I was learning how to ride my bike. Like I would not put my bike down. I'm somebody that once I start something, it's like I'm a fiend for it.
You're not gonna stop till you're the best.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
Like when I say obsessed, I'm obsessed. Like right now, I just started my clothing brand. Everybody think it slowed down. It didn't slow down. I'm trying to find better things. I'm trying to create luxury out of nothing. And when you doing that, you have to either gotta want to be the best or already believe you're the best. Because if you don't, then you already at a loss.
That confidence is everything.
You're already at a loss.
That confidence is it. Even in this podcast space, I know there's other people that do podcasts locally and abroad or whatever, but I step into this knowing like I'm the best.
Yeah, that's
and
how
you gotta have
be.
that energy. That's how you gotta approach everything in life. And a lot of people will be like, "Oh, he's cocky, he's annoying," and I know you've received that
all
like,
the time.
"Oh my God, he's so annoying," but that same thing that people will find annoying is the same thing that makes you so special. It sets you apart. It's a certain level of drive and dedication and just arrogance, that controlled arrogance that you got to have, especially in a creative based industry.
Yeah. Like I'm not going to throw any shots, but like,
please don't.
No. I'm not going to throw any shots.
They're going to be in the comments like, word, that's crazy.
Me personally, I think I'm a very, like, I don't know. I think I'm a very humble guy, but when it comes down to it, like when I'm in a game, when I'm in whatever niche I'm in, whatever I'm doing at that moment, I'm the best at it. I don't care who you are. When I was doing the camera, how I was doing it, I'm the best cameraman in 203, 860, the whole Northeast. I don't care. Give me the whole East Coast. Yeah, I'm gonna come and eat your food, bro. You don't want that. That's not you. Even when I was playing lacrosse, I was like that, and I really think I think a lot of the aggression when it came to stuff like that was from that. Like I remember playing sports, and it was just like, bro, if I'm not one of the leading scorers, I don't feel like I'm doing enough.
I'm not doing enough.
If I'm not up there, if my coach is not on my ass, I'm not doing enough. Like, don't get me wrong. When Coach Don used to come at me, it was like, I understood why. Like, after a while, I understood, because it was like, when you're good at something, they gonna always want the best for you. That's why you gotta push. You gotta want it for yourself more than anybody else want it.
Absolutely.
Like, no, it don't matter what you're doing. I be trying to tell that to like the artists that I work with or people who want to start businesses or whatever. You have to want it more than anybody else want it.
A lot of people is lazy.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they like the idea of it. They like the idea of the success. They like the idea of having their name everywhere and being popular and making things happen. But when it comes to the work that needs to be done to do that, not everybody can do it.
I'm a busybody. Like, I've never been able to sit down. I've never been able to just stay stagnant. I always believe, like, if you're in the same place you was in 6 months ago, screw last year. If you're in the same place you was in 6 months ago, you're not living life right. You're not doing it right. Everybody talk about I want to be rich, I want to be successful. What are you doing to do that? Because you just sitting there and you're not doing it. You're talking about it.
There's a lot of people just sitting there.
You're talking
manifesting
about it.
Yeah. But they're not doing the work to get it. And it's rough out here, man.
One thing that, like, I grew up religious, but I'm not religious. But one thing I grew up with and I always heard, and I heard it from my mom, I heard it from my pastor, and I heard it from a lot of people growing up.
Yeah.
God helps those who help themselves. And if you're not going to sit there and try to do it for yourself, you're not going to get no help from the universe.
Faith without works is dead, man.
You literally
got to put that work in.
What you put in. If you want to be looked at as a nice person, you got to be a nice person. If you want to be looked at as somebody who's hungry, driven, all that, you got to put in the work.
And it's got to be you all the time.
You got to want to do it.
Not part-time. You can't be a part-time hustler. You got to be all time.
I remember being broke. Like, I'm talking dead broke. $0, nothing. Broke.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of stuff that people would be like, how you doing that? I got to go do it.
You got to find a way.
Got to go do it.
You got to make it happen.
I was on planes at a point, and I was broke. I'm taking flights. I'm broke. But I'm doing this because I'm hungry.
Got to get the work in.
If you don't want to do it, nobody else going to do it for you, bro.
So, transitioning to that, right? We got the backstory. We have our relationship. Yep. We have Kev, the entrepreneur, the cameraman, the everything. Then it comes to a point. Too. Yo, you was a DJ, and I found that out literally before the interview. I'm like, wow, this man did a lot. But you were in school at a point. Mm-hmm. You leave school, start camera full time.
Yeah. Well, I was doing the camera while I was in school too.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to get at is what clicked in your mind, because to a lot of people, you know, especially our parents' generation, school was everything.
Yeah.
You find yourself in school, but you're also a businessman at the same time. Where did it come where you're like, I got to do one or the other, but I'm not about to sit here and do both?
I ain't gonna lie, I don't know. I really don't know.
It just happened?
Yeah, because it was just a point where I was like, bro, like, in all reality, you just gotta go through it. You just gotta go do it. Like, I seen a lot of people mess up their dreams because they wanted to do something else that somebody else wanted for them. And me being Caribbean, like, I was born, raised in Jamaica. My dad and my mom, they believe like school is the only way out.
Yeah, you gotta be a doctor, lawyer.
It's the only way out. Like, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a lawyer, and then I wanted to be a pilot, and then I wanted to be a cardiothoracic surgeon.
I don't even know.
That's a heart doctor.
Okay, thoracic though.
Cardiothoracic surgeon.
That's not dinosaurs. That's different.
That's
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I wanted to be all these things, and then it just wasn't me, because I realized, like, I think probably at 14, I had got an iPhone 4S, and I started taking photos with it.
Not the 4S.
Where to me? I think I still got the first photo I took in my phone. Like, if you scroll all the way to the very top,
yeah,
you know how you get the little albums thing. Scroll all the way to the very top. It's a golf ball on top of a recycle bin.
Random, but okay.
Random.
I'm rocking with it.
And when I took that photo, and I was like, yo, I like doing this. I like taking photos. And then I just started going around. You know, I had a little iPhone, took some photos, whatever. It is what it is. My dad seen the drive, and he bought me my first camera. And it was just like, that's it. Like, I remember being in high school, and I was in the film club. Like, I do my you know, do your homework, do whatever, blase. So I was in the film club, and I remember we did like this little video, and I put the whole video together, and me, this other kid, and this white kid, and this Asian kid, like, we was all cool, and we did the video. Like, it was like 3 of us in the film club, bro, and we did the video, and I was like, nah, I like this. It ended up being on what's that thing that the MSG Varsity.
Okay. MSG Varsity was lit in high school.
It ended up being on MSG Varsity. And when it went on MSG Varsity, I was like,
I could do something.
My video on TV. This is crazy. I want to do this. So I just did it. Went and did it, and I never stopped. Like, never stopped. Like, there was points where I was taking my own photos. I still take my own photos to this day. But there was points where I was taking my own photos, tripod. I recorded a music video for myself, tripod. I did a lot of stuff, just me and that tripod, trying to figure it out, learning stuff. Like, I used to sit down. I'm on YouTube every day. How you do this? How you do this? How you do this?
YouTube University, man.
Photoshop, killed it. I started with Final Cut, hated Final Cut, went to Premiere. Everybody like, how you edit in Premiere? YouTube. I was doing stuff at 15, 16, and people was looking at me like, how you learn how to do this? Crackhead energy. Dedicated.
You gotta apply yourself.
Dedicated, bro. I was doing good in school, but I didn't care about school. I was doing good in my social life. I didn't care about it. Like, that's what I wanted to do, so that's what I did.
So bringing this all together, right? So you went from making music to the video.
Yeah.
You leave school. Video is doing well. You're one of the top camera people in Connecticut region, however. And then all of a sudden you just retire from it. And now it's like, okay, what's next? Because outside looking in, a lot of people could be like, without the understanding that you have, what is this guy doing? You feel me? Like you stopped music, you stopped school, you stopped the camera. What's next? Like, what are you really doing right now? What's the goal? What's the end game? What's the plan? But you had a plan. So can you explain to us why the retirement and what you ventured into next?
So when I quote unquote retired, it was a temporary thing. And I try to explain that to everybody. Like, I remember the day I dropped the video, and it was one of the saddest things I had to do too.
It was mad emotional.
It was
an emotional experience.
It was one of the saddest things I had to. I remember like 4 days straight, bro. My phone ringing. Why you quit? Why you done? Why you not doing videos no more? You really not gonna take no pictures? And I really had to explain to people. I said, something's coming. Like, I'm about to do something. It's gonna seem far fetched, but I'm about to do something. And when I do it, I feel like then is when everybody gonna understand. And that was it was because we was opening up a gun store. My pops had came to me in like the middle of COVID, and he was like, I want to open up a business. You want to open it with me? So I said, sure. You know, I ain't know what to expect. I ain't know what we was gonna do. And I just, like how I do with everything else, I just put my faith in it, you know? Like, it is what it is. Like, everybody got different walks of life. And until you just say, fuck it and just go through it, bro, you never gonna know. And till this day, doing that, it still hurt me because I still wanted to do it. I just didn't have time. Like, I still wanted to do it. Like, I was fiending to do it. Like, when I say, like, I was going to bed sad at night because I wasn't.
Because it's something you love. It's something you care about. And to walk away from that is tough at any level.
Like, I miss the traveling. I miss meeting new people. I miss being in different spaces. Like, one thing I tell everybody, yo, get out of where you're from. Because when I was traveling with the camera, it made me open my eyes to a lot. Like, I already knew it was a lot out in the world. But when I did that, it just blew my mind, actually seeing it, living it, doing a lot of things. Like, I got to drive a Lamborghini for the first time because of my camera. Yeah. Like, that's crazy.
It'll open doors for you, man.
That's crazy to me. I sat down in rooms that people wouldn't believe. I was at, I think it was like 20, 21. I was working for Sony Music off of a camera. So retiring was one of the saddest things I had to do. And I did it to open up a gun store, and it till this day, it's one of my better accomplishments, I would say. But in the same sense, I still don't feel like I accomplished much. Like, there's still a lot more to go get in the world. It's a lot more money to make, and it's a lot more things to see, a lot more places to travel. And doing this little venture right now, it's helping with certain stuff. Like, financially, I'm able to do a lot more. Yeah. Because believe it or not, like, everybody saw the lifestyle I was living with the camera, and everybody thought like that was it. I want to say 90% of it was camera money that funded a lot of things.
Looking like you made it and all that. Yeah.
It was definitely camera money that funded a lot of things. But then there's a lot of times where I ain't had no bread. I was just hustling, figuring it out. Like, that's what you gotta do.
And that's the part of entrepreneurship that a lot of people don't tell you about is you basically living job to job. Yeah. Not necessarily check to check, but job to job.
Yeah, you make it all, like, you are literally
you're everything.
Yeah. Like, you're investing in yourself. And when you invest, like, if you don't invest in yourself the right way, you never gonna fully see what you can do. You're never gonna know your potential until you, like, really push for it.
Let me ask you this before we venture into, because I definitely want to talk more about the gun store.
Yeah.
But one thing that you said in talking about that and just a couple other things, you mentioned that, like, it's an achievement, but it's not the biggest thing to you.
Yeah.
With all the things you've done in your life, how do you make time to stop and acknowledge how far you've come.
I really don't. Like,
I had that feeling. That's why I'm like, I gotta ask you that.
I really don't, like,
because that's important. Because we as people, especially in this space, do so much, and if you don't ever really stop to just be like, hey, man, look at where I started, and look at where I'm at now. Even as far as clothing, like I remember buying some of your first merchandise, and the quality of it, versus the quality now. Like just little things like that. You got to make time to do that, man.
I know, but it's just be like, I be so ready to do the next thing. So it's like, I don't really want to stop. I don't really want to take a moment to be like, it's going to sound crazy, but I don't want to take a moment to breathe. What was that guy that said that? If you don't want success as bad as you want to breathe, you'll never. Yes. Was it Eric Thomas?
Eric Thomas, man. Yeah. The GOAT.
Unless you want success as bad as you want to breathe, bro, you are never going to be successful. And that's how I feel. Like, all right, cool. I take my little vacations here and there, and I enjoy myself. Like, we just went to Miami. That was lit. It was fun.
Jet ski Kev.
Yeah. It was fun. Like, it was cool, but I was also dying to get back to work, like get back to the clothing, like get back to doing something. A part of my trip, I brought some clothes out there for my boy. He do jewelry and like foreign car rentals and stuff like that. And it was cool, but I want to get back. Like I want to figure out what I'm doing next. I want to figure out the next thing to touch some money. Like everybody be like, oh, you got to stay in one lane. You got to stay in your lane. No, I don't.
Nah, you don't got to stay in one lane.
No, I don't.
You definitely got to expand.
Every millionaire has 7 sources of income.
Yeah.
If not more. So what are you talking about? I got to stay right here. I'm not doing this for the rest of my life. You must have lost your mind.
So let me ask you this, right? Because you do so much, do you feel as though, and I don't know if anybody's ever asked you this question before, but this is what we do on Daily Dimensions. Do you feel as though your work has become your identity? Like if all your work just ceased right now, would Kev still be Kev?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. This is me. Like, no matter what, this is me. If I had a regular job, this would still be me. I'm not switching me for nobody. I don't care who you are. This is me. You just got to accept it. either you going to accept it or you not. That's really how it is.
I love that, man.
I don't think I'll be a different person. Maybe I wouldn't have social media, in all honesty. Like if I feel like if I was just a regular guy, I'm not really. Everybody think I'm like this sociable guy. I'm really not. Like I'm really to myself. Like I hang out with probably like 6 people on a regular.
That's all you need. 6 might even be a lot.
I don't hang out with a lot of people, bro. I be in the crib. Be chilling. That's it. Like I don't do a lot. I'm to myself. Like if I didn't need to show my work, maybe I would be a little different. I wouldn't be as in the light,
just out there.
But I'd still be the same cool guy. I'll be chilling.
Who said you cool?
A lot of people.
Nah.
I think a lot of people told me I'm cool.
You're all right.
I'm all right. Yeah, I'm an all right guy. I'll take that. I'm an all right guy.
Okay. So now looping it back, because I definitely want to touch on Stratford Guns and Ammo, right? So your father comes to you with this plan.
Yeah.
You have to put aside something you really love to help bring this to life.
Yeah.
It comes to life. And then not only does it come to life, but, we go back to achievements. This is, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's the first and only black-owned gun store in Connecticut?
Incorrect. It is. There's 2.
There's 2. Okay.
From my knowledge, there's 2. But we were the first black-owned gun store and shooting range in Connecticut.
In shooting range.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the distinction.
That's the distinction. That's the difference. That actually sets apart a lot. In this industry, if you are not, like, it's easier for you to sell something when people can feel it, when they can see it, when they can experience it.
Yeah, it's like test driving a car.
Exactly, literally. And we are the first black-owned gun store and shooting range in Connecticut, and the 7th nationwide, like gun store, 7th nationwide. And
wait, okay, so there's only 7 black-owned gun stores. Period.
No, there's 8. There's 8 gun stores.
Okay,
the other one is in Hartford, I believe, but we are the first black-owned gun store and shooting range, I believe.
It's really only 8 in the whole country?
Yeah. It's not an industry for us.
Wow.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
It's not an industry for us. You don't see black people really learning it. You don't see black people doing it safely. Every time you see a black person with a gun, it's a negative connotation.
That's a fact.
Any firearm in the hands of a black person, they're doing it illegally. Well, I can't do it the right way.
Yeah, why can't I have a permit?
Why I'm
Why
not
can't
just
I just know
following the
what
law?
I'm doing? Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people are scared to attempt to do it because it's just like, it's not an industry for us. It's dominated by white people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not throwing no racial slurs or none of that. I'm not,
Nothing crazy.
It
Don't
ain't
cancel
no
you.
racial connotations. Don't cancel
don't
me
cancel
for this. But I'm being real. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's not a lot of us, bro. When I was in Miami too, I met this guy. It's crazy. I'm in the pool and I'm literally just chilling. And this guy comes up to me and starts talking to me. This black guy, and he was like, "Yo, where y'all from?" Like, Connecticut. Like, what y'all do up there? I own a gun store and shooting range. And his mind was blown.
Yeah, because he's like, word for real?
Yeah.
You?
Yeah. And I told him, I said, like, eventually the plan is to, try to build another one down south, like maybe Florida. And he's like, nah, you can't do that down here. The white people not gonna want you to do that. Fuck them. I don't care what they
Like,
want.
who's gonna tell me I can't?
If I can legally follow the rules and stick within the legal parameters, I'm gonna do it. If the town allows me to do it, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I'm gonna do this. And by all means, everybody can feel how they want to feel. But in all honesty, bro, that's something that black people need.
Absolutely. We need more spaces, especially like that, where we're represented by us.
Bro,
Yeah.
It's such it blows my mind, like when even white people come in and they be like, we're so proud of you. Because you don't see this.
You don't.
You people come in the store and they be like, this is the best experience I've had. That makes me feel good because it's like, it just goes to show, like, bro, all black people ain't violent.
Yeah.
We don't all want to be in the streets. We don't all want to do bad
We
shit.
got the same values that some of y'all got.
Exactly, bro.
Some of
like,
us just want to protect our property. You feel me? Be law-abiding citizens.
I'm gonna be. If the government could do it, if the white people could do it, why can't I do it?
Mm-hmm.
Why can't I own a firearm and not have it be a negative connotation anytime you see me with a gun?
Absolutely.
And I want every black person to feel like that. You're supposed to be able to do the same things they do. It's a right. It's not a privilege. It's literally a right. It's your Second Amendment right. Why am I not allowed to do it?
So the next thing I'm gonna ask you, because there's been so many mass shootings lately, right? Does that have an effect on business? Does it have an effect on how you feel about what it is that you do? And is there any real impact to that so far?
I'm gonna be honest with you. 9 times out of 10, sorry to say, the mass shootings is not from black people. So it doesn't negatively affect me, but it does make me think like everybody needs to protect themselves. Like women come into the store all the time, and I be trying to get them to buy guns before I try to get a guy to buy a gun.
Yeah,
Because women need to protect themselves.
they need to know how to do that.
They go through a lot. They go through a lot more than us, especially black women.
Yes,
Bro, come on, man. Protect yourself. Make sure you're armed and dangerous too, because the rest of these people out here is too.
yeah,
You need to do it. And what it does in our industry is it drives sales. Everybody want to protect themselves.
does it really?
Yeah, it drives sales. When you hear a mass shooting, you're gonna be like, damn, I need to go get me some.
That's
That's
you're not wrong.
that's what it do.
So I need to be ready.
And it's sad that that's what it takes for people to want to protect themselves. Like you got to see other people die.
It takes a negative experience.
Yeah, that's not that. Like off rip, you should just want to do that. That should just be you. You should just want to protect yourself. You want to protect your family. You want to protect your spouse. You want to protect your kids. All that.
It's a lot of people that'll wait till they get robbed to be like, oh dang, now I need a gun.
Yo.
It's like, hey,
Bro,
you done already got robbed, bro.
I think it was Saturday. Was it Saturday? I think it was Saturday. This girl and her brother came into the store, right? Her brother just got his permit. And I looked at her, I said, you got a permit? She's like, no. I was like, what are you waiting for? She's like, she's 24. She got a good job, drive a nice car. What are you waiting for? You want to wait till somebody do something to you for you to get?
Yeah.
You are a minority at that. Like, come on, bro.
It's like getting an alarm on your house. You gotta have that.
And it's crazy too. Like down south, there's a lot less gun violence because everybody's scared to try somebody because you never know who's carrying.
Because majority of them got it.
Exactly, and it should be the same way.
I
up here.
went maybe like 2 weeks ago. My man's moved down to South Carolina. He's in Spartanburg, and it was his son's first birthday. He had it at a children's museum, right? Rented out the museum. Dope experience. We walk in, and all the times I've been down south, this is the first time I've seen this, but on the door, it said no concealed weapons. And I'm like, this is just indicative of the culture down here.
Yeah.
Everybody has a gun.
Yeah.
And like, I knew that. I've known that. All my family down south own guns. But to see it on a store front, to see it on a children's museum, yo, keep your gun outside. Like, don't bring that.
And you know what's funny too? A lot of people don't know that Connecticut's an open carry state.
Yeah.
And when it's an open carry state, and it brings it back to it, like, black people be like, don't get me wrong, I don't open carry because it leaves an element of surprise.
Yeah.
But black people be so scared to do it, but it's like, bro, that could be the difference between you saving your life and you not saving your life. Mm-hmm. Like, don't get me wrong. So, like, in all honesty, if somebody come into like a store to rob a store, they gonna take out the person that got the gun that they see. But that also give you an upper hand. Like, you can get to your gun quicker.
Yeah.
So shit, do what you gotta do, bro. Like, what? Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do, bro.
I'm proud of y'all, man. Definitely for making this happen, yo.
I appreciate that. It's crazy.
1 of 8 in the nation. Nah, you good. It's all right.
It's crazy though. Yeah, definitely 1 of 8 in the nation. It definitely puts a stress on you too, though, because you have to live up to it. You got to work harder.
Certain kind of expectation.
You got to work harder.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of things that other places is gonna get away with before we get away with it. And
because they looking at you through this little magnifying glass, like, oh, I'm waiting for them to mess up.
They waiting.
Hit you with the paperwork.
They waiting, and like, I'm thankful for the team that we got, because everybody in there, like, we all walk a certain line, like, to a certain extent. Like, we try to follow every rule to the T as much as we can, especially in the store, watching how you talk to people, watching how you move, watching what you say, and we make a comfortable environment, but at the same time, we always watching our back. Yeah. Too. Yeah, we about business, and it definitely put a lot of stress on you. Definitely puts a lot of stress on you because you're walking a way finer line. Like, being black in this industry is not.
It ain't easy. Being black, period, ain't easy.
That's why
in that industry,
everybody like, it's an achievement. This is
said it's a stressful achievement, but it's an achievement.
Stressful as hell.
Yeah,
stressful as hell, bro. Like, you can't do certain things. You can't say certain things. You can't be around certain people. Like, I know a lot of my friends probably think that I don't want to be around them. It's not that I don't want to be around you, bro. I got to watch my back.
Certain things I can't be associated with.
Yeah. I got to watch my back.
That's the struggle that a lot of people run into when you reach certain levels of success, or like you're just in different lanes now. It's certain things that you can't afford to be around because it may jeopardize everything you have going for you.
Ask anybody, bro. They be like, yo, you paranoid. I'm not paranoid.
Said I'm careful.
Careful.
I'm
careful
calculated.
As hell. Like, I walk outside the crib and I'll be looking around because I don't know who could be watching. You got to do stuff like that. Like, I'll be feeling like the feds is watching everything I'm doing.
Oh, I mean, they in your phone. They listening.
That's why I be.
You know, when you think something and then you go on Google and it's right there.
They just pop up.
They done read your mind already, dog. The algorithm is crazy.
How they do that? But nah,
oh, man.
Yeah, bro. Like, I even try my best to watch what I post on social media. That's why I'm not on social media as much anymore. Like, I watch it. I be trying to be careful.
So
like,
if it's not business related, I ain't really posting it.
Yeah. Like,
I understand.
And I have my fun. Don't get me wrong, I still post my memes. I still post the funny stories and stuff, but I keep it to a certain extent.
Okay. So last thing I'm going to ask you. Well, 2 things, but I'm going to ask you this one first.
No.
What? My bad. You got it. Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So what's next for Kev Combs? What can we expect from you coming soon?
The biggest thing I got right now that I really have a lot of my focus on is my clothing brand. I'm trying to open up another space too, because don't get me, believe it or not, it's a lot of black owned luxury clothing brands that don't get the light that they should.
Yeah.
And the fact that we're doing this on Juneteenth, I hope you can find some.
Well, it's the day after Juneteenth, but
well, we acknowledging it today.
It's okay. Happy Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth. But I'm trying to be one of those. Like, that's what I'm trying to do next. That's like my biggest goal right now. That's what I'm pushing for. I'm trying my best to, just everybody paying. We paying $600-$700 for these. I ain't gonna say like these white folks, but these white folks.
If we being real, these brands that don't necessarily like us, got racist histories.
A lot of them don't like us, and like we don't support our own people, and it's crazy. I just feel like even locally, right? There's a lot of good brands like Glock 30 Club. I like Glock 30 Club. I like Glock 30 Club a lot. Who else? Lou Perry. I love his jeans. Like I literally, bro, I kid you not, this morning, Herb liked one of my photos and I just DM'd. I talked to Herb probably like twice in my life. But I be watching his clothing. Like I watch all the local clothing brands. Don't get me wrong. I watch his clothing and his stuff is fire. He got a pair. What is it? I think it's a jacket or a shirt for like $686. I'm about to buy it because I'm like, shit hard.
It's fire. Gotta get
hard,
it,
bro.
Yeah,
this is hard.
A lot of people will struggle with that though, because it's like, it's not.
It's not what.
You feel me? Like,
it's not what.
Because it's local. People will be like,
I don't care about none of that. I got into this.
And that's the problem though. A lot of people
got into this headspace, bro, where I wear my clothes more than I wear anything else.
You got to though.
If I had more Go-Go's merch, I'll wear a lot more of his stuff.
Shout out to Go-Go.
Yeah, bro. It's a lot of like even Hamilton Boys Trey stuff is fire. Dead by 5 a.m. fire. And if I'm missing your brand, it's probably fire. Black people are dope.
Yeah.
We cool as hell.
We good at everything.
We cool as hell. We just gotta be a little less ignorant. That's all it is.
That's an uphill battle. It's an uphill battle.
But if we was a little less ignorant, a lot of things would be like, I feel like we support each other a lot more. And I'm gonna try my best. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna definitely do it, but I'm gonna try my best, my endeavor best to wear a lot more black owned stuff. Support a lot more black owned business. Cause it's like, bro, sometimes we be having the ideas. We just don't be having a support system to push it. Yeah. That's it, bro. Like I said, I'm sorry if I didn't mention your brand. I can't remember everybody's brand, but people be happy. Like, bro, Trey did, what was that shirt he did? And I was just looking at like, damn, he need to release this. I hope he releases soon. I was just waiting on the story.
That's another hardworking individual.
Yeah, I'm just waiting on the story to pop up saying it's available. I can't remember what it was. I think it was either Naomi Campbell or Janet Jackson. I was like, nah, this is fire, bro. I need that. Yeah. Even Vaughn got his brand. I can never pronounce it right. And it's sad. I'm sorry, Vaughn.
Try your best.
I know I'm a brand ambassador.
It's a lot of syllables.
No, it's 4 letters. Wow. I think it's Bourget or it's Portuguese. It stands for goat.
I don't speak no Portuguese.
I don't speak Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. I don't speak it that well. But his brand is fire too. It's a lot of fire brands out here. What's the other? Mindless Thoughts.
Yeah, they've been at
Mindless
it for a while
Thoughts,
too.
Bro.
They've been
She
at it
go
for some time.
crazy. She go crazy. Like when I say I told her the other day. I said, nah, you be going crazy, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. You smoking them.
So all in all, the clothes is up next.
Yeah, that's my next goal. I know I went off in a little.
Yeah, you feel me? But it ain't nothing wrong with that. So if your brand was mentioned, hit me. We'll get you on the show.
Facts.
But yeah, so the last thing I'm gonna ask when I ask everybody this when they come on the show, what is one piece of advice that you would give to the younger version of yourself?
My dad advice,
if that's what we gonna call it. Throw the dad hat on. And
dad advice. I got that from this white dude, Grantham. He be doing that.
Grantham?
Grantham. He do he do gun videos. Okay. He I think he's in the Air Force, but he at the end of his show he always asks like, "What's your dad advice?" To my younger self, yo, keep doing it. Like it's hard, but keep doing it. I know you be having them nights, but keep doing it. I know you be having them days, but keep doing it. Yeah. Cause it's gonna make you into a better person. You gonna see a side of yourself that you ain't never seen before. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you told me at 13, and I'm gonna say 13 for that, like that's when you start becoming a teenager. Like that's when you start trying to, you think you 13. Know everything. You think you know everything, but you gonna get to a point in life where everything gonna be different. If you told me at 13 that I was gonna be able to fly a lot of the places I went, or did a lot of things that I did, or seen a lot of things that I did, I'd have been like, "What? I did that? Nah, you out. I'm going to school." But
so I'm going to school and playing lacrosse.
That's it, yo. But nah, yeah, that would be my advice. Like, just keep going. It's hard. It's hard out here. Even when you get discouraged, like how that go?
This another Portuguese quote?
Nah.
Okay.
How does saying go when you it's like stay consistent even when you have no inspiration or something like that. Like just stay consistent. Like
and the motivation will come.
Yeah, I even applied to like going to the gym. Like granted, I ain't been to the gym in a couple of weeks right now. But it was like 3-4 months back to back. I was just straight gym every day, don't care. Like going to the gym. And I seen the results from being consistent. Be consistent. Like, just stay on it. Just keep going. No matter what anybody say, no matter what anybody want to tell you, no matter what they want to do, keep going. You good. Worry about yourself. Keep going.
Love that, man. Well, Kev, appreciate you coming on the show, man.
I ain't even want to be here, to be honest.
Yeah, all right, whatever. But nah, thank you in all honesty,
thanks
man.
for having me, bro.
And ladies and gentlemen, we thank y'all for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. We out on all platforms wherever you get your podcasts. And until next time, this is Daily Dimensions. Peace.